And we're just we're just driving out to go to the shopping center where we'll begin walking, and we'll touch base then. We're here in Tuque. It's day 626. We have Denis Grandard, who is carrying the torch on behalf of Clerica, who have been strongly helping us out through Quebec, and we really appreciate it. We have a police escort over here, a reporter over there, and Ernie, who's going to be helping to translate, and a good reliable Kurt driving the motorhome. So we're all here, and we're getting set for another day in this campaign, and we'll keep touching base with you. Here is hopefully where we're going to get our oil change, much needed oil change. Time for an update. Yesterday, Tia Tony had to go home. She wasn't feeling well, so after putting in almost 8 months, she got on the Greyhound bus back to Kelowna, where she's going to continue working for us. And, we are probably going to have her rejoin us when we have a month left. So Kurt is going to be hopefully staying with us till we finish this. We think we all feel that he can do it, and we'll give you updates as they're coming in. Got all kinds of exciting things going on this campaign. Comment ça va? You are carrying la flamme de la vie. Kurt, calling Kurt. He's a very good driver, this kid. I take picture of you taking picture.
I can take much more with the music.
Yeah. The second block, the city.
Yeah,
hall?
we approach maybe 100 meters.
100 meters. Small good.
Monsieur. Salut.
Hello.
Can you
just hold it?
Yeah.
I'm not very good at that, you know.
Mr. Machado, good afternoon and welcome to the Tuque.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
Tom
This
Trip.
is Kurt, my road manager.
Okay.
Hello.
So what we do here now is you're going to pass the torch
Okay.
to the mayor,
Mayor.
and you are over 500 mayors.
Okay, it's coming. That's good.
Correct, Pat. Chamel? Attends-tu? On va plonger dans la salle.
L'éteins-tu,
Tu l'éteins, Denis? L'éteins-tu, Denis?
Ouais, on l'éteint. Hein?
If we can pass it around just to make sure everybody touches
Ah,
it
il veut
before
faire
we
le
put
tour,
it out.
OK. Le donner, tout simplement?
Fais le tour avec, fais le tour.
C'est une torche qui a été dénie par le pape.
Okay, who's got strong lungs?
You come in the room from the coffee.
Okay, Mr. Marshall,
Yeah.
do you think, please, the torch, just you with the torch for a
Okay.
photo, please?
Just you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You gonna blow it up?
Yeah.
Don't put it in the snow. It's
OK, si vous voulez passer dans la salle de l'autre côté. You follow me?
Il t'a pratiqué dans la liste.
Oh mon Dieu.
Vous savez si ça c'est en marque, voilà.
En tout cas, si vous l'avez au petit coin, laissez-la à la porte.
Non, pas de problème.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Operating license?
Yeah, okay, shut it off.
Operating license?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we can actually just leave it going right here.
There's no problem for you?
Phil.
If you have a coffee before,
Okay.
something to eat,
You can eat and
help yourself.
you prendre du café, là, vous avez beau.
C'est quoi le programme, le reste de la journée?
Ça va,
La mise au jeu, ça fonctionne, quoi?
Ouais.
Ouais.
Ouais, non.
C'est qu'il manque le petit gars, là, il en manque un, là.
Ouais. Ah, le jeune homme, la campagne.
It's cold.
A little bit. Not as bad as should move them up.
As far as I can, we do that every day.
Almost.
Well, it requires a lot of energy.
Coffee.
Allez-y. Allez-y, vous avez été dehors plus longtemps que moi.
Les autres, j'en dirais.
Ouais.
OK, Pat, Mister, je me présente. Julien Boisvert, promaire de Ville-de-Tuque. M. Hamel, conseiller municipal avec moi. C'est au nom du maire, M. Gaston Fortin, qui me fait plaisir de vous souhaiter la plus cordiale bienvenue à nos lieux. Tu veux-tu y traduire ça?
Mr. Boisvert, Mr. Anna, Mr. Boisvert is representative for the mayor. The mayor is not here, but it's Mr. Boisvert.
Dis-y qu'on est content de la voix des murs.
We're very happy and proud to you to be here.
Et dis-y qu'on lui souhaite le meilleur succès possible.
The more of the success for you.
Puis dis-y que je vais lui remettre 2 pochettes de la ville de Tuque en journée.
Okay, you will have two pochettes of town of Latuc for a souvenir.
Moi, son tiny pin. This here, Mr. Marshall, this here, this the CP.
Yes.
OK?
One for my road manager.
Messieurs, encore une fois, la bienvenue, c'est en ville. À cette heure, maintenant, s'il veut faire quelque chose, on va écouter ça, ou toi, Denis, ou si vous avez de quoi nous dire, ou quoi que ce soit, là, allez-y, venez.
Lui, de quelle ville?
Toronto.
Toronto. If you have anything to say, if
Yeah,
don't
couple
worry about
minutes.
and
Okay.
talk about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mercy.
You speak in different way.
Translate.
I think everybody understands English.
Yeah, on comprend ça bien, tu sais, je veux dire.
Okay, well,
On
first
a
of
de
all,
l'assurance.
Gaston, j'en prends un café, moi aussi, s'il vous plaît. Prenez-vous pas si vous avez faim, hein?
If you want something to eat,
Oui.
Merci. I just want to say merci, thank you for the warm reception. And also something very important is I want to acknowledge Denis Gringard for organizing and volunteering his time and efforts to put this event together for us. And once again, Clerica
Assurance.
has helped us in the province of Quebec. They've helped us many times, and they're going to continue helping us throughout the province. They do very important work, especially in the province of Quebec when it comes to organ and tissue donations. we had the province. They do very important work, especially in the province of Quebec when it comes to organ and tissue donations. We had the honor of meeting Monsieur Yves Gilbert in Trois-Rivières, and he has been our spark for this partnership. We are halfway through Quebec. We have maybe 20 more communities before we reach Ottawa, Hull, Ottawa. And at that point, we will finish off the final province of Ontario. And our finish date is July 27th, 2002 in Toronto. And that will be a total of 769 days. Today is day 626.
Something like that.
666.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
626.
626.
We're going to be very careful on 666.
Yes.
And we have visited over 500 cities and towns in every province. We started in Toronto June 20th, 2000, and walked west to Victoria, BC. And from Victoria, that's when we got the call from Vatican City. And they said that the Pope wanted to have an audience with me because this was a very important issue with the Pope, organ and tissue donation. And we flew to Rome, and the Pope acknowledged the mission, said it was very good, and on behalf of Vatican City that he said that organ and tissue donation is a genuine act of love. And he kissed the torch and blessed it, and gave me prayers to finish the rest of the mission. Then we flew to St. John's, Newfoundland, and we began the eastern leg of the walk, and now I'm walking back through Toronto. This mission is to bring much attention to organ and tissue donations. Canada is still suffering as being the lowest in the whole world when it comes to organ and tissue donations. And there's 4,000 people, Canadians, on the waiting list right now, waiting for organs. If these figures continue, many more people will die waiting. The shame is that too many organs are wasted, and we need to change that. We as a country have to address this. Now, the most successful country in the world with organ and tissue donation is Spain. 10 years ago, they created a registry, and they registered everybody in Spain to be an organ donor, and they gave people the choice to take their name off. As a result, they've been experiencing much success. We are hoping Canada can develop a similar system, and it's called precious consent. Too often, people want to donate their organs, but don't get around to signing the card because Canadians are very busy. And you might schedule to sign your card next week, the next day you might die, and it's too late. Mm-hmm. We are also depending on the family to make the final decision. They are approached in our country to make the final decision, and it's bad because they are in a very weak state of mind to make a very important decision. They are in a lot of shock, a lot of grief because they just lost, and it is very disturbing to the family to be approached at that moment. Too many times the family has said no because of that, and afterwards they live with regret and anger because they were approached at the wrong time. And these are the two things that have to be addressed, and the answer is precious consent. With a registry and everybody registered, Canadians don't have to worry about registry. And we are making sure that if the government put this in place, that Canadians would have every opportunity to take their name off. So, you know, it's not mandatory. You know, Canadians still have the choice. As I've been traveling, I talk to many people, many Canadians. I am getting an extremely strong positive response for this system to be developed. Extremely strong. So it's time that we send this very powerful message to our health minister in Canada, and to start taking steps, because it's not only 4,000 Canadians that are depending on this that are presently, but anybody that might have the misfortune one day to need an organ, and they have to face this system. So, you know, we have an answer. We have transplantation is a cure, and you know, we have to have our government recognize this, and that's why this campaign is inspiring Canadians and educating, but we're also lobbying all three levels of government, municipal, provincial, and federal, to make the necessary changes. So we are anticipating that we are going to get some results in the future.
So the main reason why do you make this? It's very encourage you from this extraordinary answer about the world of the positive answer. You tell a few seconds.
Mm-hmm. 6 years ago, I was rushed to hospital with liver failure, and I was told I had 2 days left to live. And I knew the odds were extremely against me, so my funeral was already arranged. And I was very fortunate that someone made a decision and my life was saved. I had seen too many people that were on the waiting list that passed away, died, didn't have the same fortune. So it was like winning a jackpot, winning a lottery. And it doesn't have to be that way. So I recovered very quick. I'm a fitness trainer. I was back in the gym working out in 3 months. So miraculously, from very sick to very healthy. And that's what happens to everyone that receives transplant.
Okay.
From very sick to very healthy.
Okay.
So we have a cure. One decision can save 8 people's lives. That's a powerful, powerful, powerful cure. And 25 others can have restored. You know, knowing that I had 2 days left to live, and my funeral being arranged, I made a deal with God, I guess, you know, and you know, I said, if you keep me around a little bit longer, I will do what you tell me. So I guess, okay, this is what I have planned for you. You know, business is not finished for you yet. You know.
Parce que ceux qui comprennent un peu, il a parlé de Toronto, qui partait de Toronto,
Oui.
et qui s'en venait
Il s'est en allé vers Victoria.
Victoria, BC.
Ensuite de ça, il y a eu l'appel de Rome.
C'est ça. J'ai bien compris ça. Disais que dans toutes les villes qui a été, comment est-ce qui a été reçu, là, tu sais, je veux dire, comment est-ce qui a été reçu?
In every town you go in, how are you welcome in this town and many different towns?
We are welcomed in every town.
Okay.
Partout.
Yeah, we have got this is called a campaign of municipalities. We have our biggest support from each municipality.
Okay.
I have been received by we don't have no other sponsors except for the municipality, because they always,
Il était bien reçu partout.
Oui,
C'est
oui.
bien
Le
sûr.
plus sincère,
Mais le goût de ça, il est venu comment? Il est venu comment le goût de faire ça? Parce qu'en fin de compte, si je comprends bien son affaire, qui a parlé tout à l'heure, il parlait des dons d'organes, pour être capable de signer nos cartes, pour donner des dons d'organes. Mais demande-y, qu'est-ce qui l'a incité à faire ça? C'est-tu parce qu'il y a eu un accident dans sa famille?
Il était
lui,
greffé.
lui,
Ah,
ah,
là, vous m'éclairez plus. Là, ça m'éclaire un peu plus.
Il a fait un coup à vie, puis il a eu
ok.
Il a fait un pacte avec Dieu, si on veut,
Ah,
de dire
ok.
que si tu me laisses en vie, ben moi je vais faire d'autres choses pour toi.
OK, là, bon, là, ça marche. OK, là, ça m'éclaire plus.
La clé
Parce
est là.
que je me demandais, Denis, un gars qui part à pied ou qui fait des runs semblables, il a intérêt à quelque chose, j'imagine, si je veux dire.
You decided yourself to do that walk around the...
yeah,
You decided
I
that.
decided, yeah, and I just,
He had no other choice because he can't sing, he can't dance.
How many
Yeah.
long you trip?
Yeah.
How many long
Yeah.
you trip for a walk?
how many?
Wait, for a walk.
How
Your
many?
trip.
How many?
All along.
How long? How long?
Altogether?
Yeah.
769 days.
2 years.
Ça sent-
2 years, 1
Deux
month.
ans.
Yeah.
Plus que 2 ans.
Plus que 2 ans.
And what is the best souvenir you have? And maybe you tell it's take 629 days. What is your
the
best
best
souvenir?
memory?
Yeah. Maybe
C'est meilleur mémoire,
maybe
meilleur mémoire,
okay.
meilleur mémoire.
Take the Pope apart.
Okay.
Okay, for it's really the most. But in Canada,
Oh.
best souvenir you have.
Too many,
Your best memory.
well,
Good or bad?
Yeah.
Good or bad?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the two, the both.
okay, well, a good one is when I arrived in Thunder Bay, Ontario. I was on day 129, I think,
Okay.
and I was about to give up,
Okay.
and right at the Terry Fox Monument,
Okay.
I was going to give up. And it was December 15th, 2000.
December 15th.
15th,
Okay.
2000. And there was a little girl waiting for me, and it was very cold, much colder than today. And she had a big smile on her face, and I was going to make an announcement saying I
You
have
give
to
up.
stop, I give up. And the little girl said that she was waiting for me to walk 20 kilometers that day
Oh
because
yeah.
her best friend died waiting for a heart. Her 9-year-old friend, she was 9 years old. And she said she wanted to walk in his memory. And after she said this to me, my announcement was that I just got inspired to continue instead of, make. And there's a big statue of Terry Fox, and I looked at Terry Fox, and I could swear he gave me a wink.
Ah yeah.
So that
Il
was
est
probably
inspiré par des... Hein? Sur
Terry Fox, il aurait fait un clin
C'est
d'œil.
ça.
Ouais,
c'est ça.
And the worst memory, I think, is I had many road managers. One in particular, Sam Vinci. He had a bad snoring problem.
It's Sam Vinci is the first guy you walk in 1999.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And he had a very bad snoring problem. Snore.
Yeah, ouais.
And I said, well, how bad could it be? Until I spend the nights with him. And I kept awake for many nights. One night while he was snoring, very, very hard, and he attracted, it must have been like a mating call. He attracted a moose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oui.
with his snoring. It
Ouais.
was probably
Il y en a rien qui est
something.
venu parce qu'ils ont fait pour
Ouais.
So
Pat,
that was pretty scary.
demande-y que comment ça fait l'année qu'il a été greffé?
95.
En 95. Y a-t-il eu des rechutes depuis ce temps-là?
Do you, Russia, do you have, how do you say that?
Down.
Have you been sick after you had the
No.
new
No.
organ?
No.
No.
The tail with over 90% of recipients like myself
Okay.
is that you know, the first 6 months is a little rocky because you have to get used to medication, and then you know you're getting healing from the surgery, and so the first 6 months is a little rocky. After that, you live an active and healthy life, better than before. I feel better than I ever
Tu fais
felt.
bien.
You know.
Il faut arrêter les médicaments dans les 6 mois, mais après...
Mais est-ce qu'il est obligé do you follow the diet?
Do I?
You follow the diet?
Diet.
Diet?
No,
No?
but I can eat what I want.
Okay.
I can do what, you know.
Il peut manger n'importe
Yeah,
quoi.
everything becomes unrestricted.
Okay. Okay. And
You have to take medication?
Anti-rejection drugs,
Yeah.
which no big
Again,
deal.
again today?
Even today, yeah.
okay.
It's no big deal. It's, you got to eat every day, right? You know, so you take, no big deal.
Okay.
Il fait bien.
And you are certainly in a humoristic situation. Still,
So,
a humoristic situation.
amor.
Something you certainly
Funny fact.
A funny fact.
something
Funny?
happened during your trip there that
Well,
contains a
this
little
is,
humor.
there's so many things, but one thing is when I was on Vancouver Island,
Okay.
L'île de Vancouver.
I was being followed by a cougar.
Ah, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Now, you know Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how he,
Yeah. Yeah.
I did it Italian style.
Okay.
Yeah, the Italian Crocodile Dundee.
Okay.
And it worked.
Oh yeah.
And so I mean, it was funny because, you know, I see dogs and I never expected a cougar, you know, and then I looked and I see a cougar, you know, so how do you react? You know, there's no, I mean, they say when you see bears, if it's a brown bear, you play dead. If it's a black bear, you start, you know, what do you do with a cougar? So
Est-ce que tu marchais dans le côté de l'ouest?
the Italian
Quand tu
Crocodile
marchais sur le côté
Dundee.
de l'ouest.
Okay. And then in 1995, when you learn you have just few days to live. Okay. What do you think in your situation just before you know you have a donation?
Just before I
Just
find out,
before, yes.
well, you try and make peace with God, you know,
Okay.
first to make sure that you know everything's okay with God.
Okay.
And it's a tough situation. You got no choice, and depending on how you accept it, you know. So I actually got very influenced by a poem that I read, Footprints.
Okay.
Footprints. And the poem, I, you know, got acceptance from the poem, and it gave me a little bit of courage to deal, you know. And anybody that is probably faced with the situation that you don't have much longer to live has to go through, you know, a lot of things. They have to look at life much different than they probably ever did, you know. So I think that I became more spiritual
Okay.
as a result, you know. And